Hi there, viewers. A warm welcome to you. Thank you for joining the live chat session. Uh, we are facing serious electricity supply problems here where I live. Uh, in the last 36 hours, just for 4 hours, uh, power supply could be ensured in the area where I live. Fierce windstorms twice in the last 48 hours, rain as well. So it's becoming difficult to stay in touch with you. I am starting early today. Why? Because uh, maybe internet signals would go down in coming hours. I wouldn't be able to stay in touch. That's why I started early today. So, two main topics in today's live chat. I'll keep it brief. And if the chat gets disconnected, it means that I have lost signals. So hopefully by tomorrow things will improve. Two new stories. First one is about Ethiopia, Somaliland, MOU recognition of Somaliland as a country. It seems that now it's Ethiopian turn to talk about the MOU. In recent months, we heard from Somaliland only. But today, an Ethiopian minister talked about recognition of Somaliland. Who is this minister? What did he say? Is something big going to happen in coming days? That is why ground is being prepared. People are being prepared for this shock, maybe. Secondly, Fano fighters kidnapped a priest. Confirmation today, Fano fighters themselves. Why was that priest kidnapped? Fano say he's in safe hands. What happened? Why? It's a very interesting story which I want to share with you. I won't be able to read your comments and questions today because of the shortage of time which we have. So tomorrow, in coming days, we'll resume our long live chats. I'll respond to your comments too. I'll try to respond to your questions too. Today, just detail of these two new stories for you. Uh, 2 days ago, we heard from an Ethiopian minister who talked about access to sea. Today, another minister spoke. 2 days ago, it was Alamo Seme. Alamo Seme is Minister of Transport of Ethiopia. He's from Oromia. He's key man in Oromia, by the way. He's very close to the Prime Minister as well. And he's the one who's in charge of the uh, logistics and transport matters. And he's the one who visited Kenya, Somaliland in recent months. He analyzed the feasibility of the use of ports by Ethiopia and Somaliland and Kenya. So he's the key man. And he said that the Ethiopian dream of gaining access to sea was going to be realized. Uh, and that the MOU will give Ethiopia access to sea. And it will be start of a new era of interdependence, connectedness in the Horn of Africa. Another minister spoke today, showing that the ministers are definitely speaking as part of government's plan to prepare the ground for something big. By the way, when last year Ethiopian PM Abiy delivered a speech about access to sea, if you remember back then, and after that, Ethiopian ministers launched a campaign trying to prove that Ethiopia had natural rights to get access to sea. Aisha, minister, who is the minister of defense, uh, Benhano Mlinji, so other ministers, they on regular basis tweeted about Ethiopian need and rights for access to sea, etc. So that was part of campaign. Abiy told his ministers to come to the front and speak. Now it seems that Yeah, Lilo, I started early. I told you that it's because of weather conditions here. Anytime I could lose internet signal. So that's why I want to start early so that I just share what I have learned with you. Abdi Kareem, thank you for joining. Abdi Kareem, the first member today who joined. I have received your article, Abdi Kareem, but I received some articles yesterday, day before yesterday, 2 days ago too. So I'm publishing all these articles one by one. Today I published an article about the peace and stability in the Horn of Africa. A writer wrote about why there is instability in the Horn of Africa. Hopefully, in the next 2 days, I'll publish your article too. Thank you for writing. All viewpoints will be aired, will be published on newsaddis.com, my new website where your section, where you are writing, opinion section is getting more views. 4 sections there: Ethiopia, Eritrea, Somalia, opinion. Opinion section is for users, for viewers. You write, I don't write in that section, but the articles written by viewers are getting more viewership. So opinion section is your section in newsaddis.com. Uh, last year, the ministers launched a campaign to back PM Abiy's claim about access to sea. Now, this year, we are seeing ministers talking about access to sea, something big happening, going to happen, it seems. Which minister spoke today? His name is Tarek again Balulta. I think he's from southern Ethiopia, if I'm not wrong. But Tarek again, I think, is a name used in southern Ethiopia, if I'm not wrong. I don't know much about names, but I think he could be from southern Ethiopia. So Tarek again Balulta today talked about recognition of Somaliland as a country. He repeated what Alam Osima said. He said that Ethiopian dream of access to sea was going to be materialized, realized. That is what Alam Osima said 2 days ago. That's what I'm saying. There is pattern in the state of some Ethiopian ministers. Secondly, he said that he thanked Somaliland and Ethiopian governments and people. And lastly, importantly, he said that the recognition of Somaliland is a correct decision. So it cannot be clearer than that an Ethiopian minister is saying, he's Minister of Industry, by the way, State Minister of Industry. I think Minister of Industry is Milaku Alabal, basically, the federal minister. He's State Minister. So there are two ministers of industry. One is state minister, other is federal minister. Uh, if I'm not wrong, that's what I learned. So Tarek again is state minister of industry. He's clearly saying that Somaliland must be recognized as a country. So two statements in the last 72 hours by Ethiopian ministers showing that Ethiopia is gearing up to make a big decision about its MOU signed with Somaliland earlier this year. It was January when the MOU was signed. After that, Ethiopia kept quiet. Somaliland issued statements. In recent months, Dr. Isa Kaid, Somaliland's foreign minister, made it clear that progress was being made. A British law firm had been hired. Draft was being prepared, and technical committee was going to submit recommendations to the MPs at the parliament in Somaliland, and that three places had been identified for an Ethiopian naval base. Dr. Isa clearly said that the day Ethiopia signs the agreement, the same day Somaliland recognized as a country by Ethiopia. Now it's Ethiopia's turn. Two statements in the last 48 hours indicating that Ethiopia is making preparations, maybe to make a big decision. Meanwhile, Somalia's government under pressure because Somalia's government wanted to play another card against Ethiopia, and that was about the expulsion of Ethiopian troops. 2 days, 3 to 4 days ago, Hussein Sheikh, National Security Advisor of Somalia, said that Ethiopian troops would leave Somalia by the end of this year, but then US intervened. Jubaland spoke, Southwest region spoke. They supported the presence, the continuation of the presence of Ethiopian troops in Somalia. Somalia on the back foot. It seems big decisions expected in coming week, it seems. Secondly, viewers, second news story, then I'll end the live chat. As I said, we are facing problems of a power supply here. Janel Tooth says, "Hi, Mr. Addis." Who is Mr. Addis, by the way? Muhammad says Ethiopia wants sea access while Ethiopia arming Afars to take part of DDS. Somalis, I think you're saying. I think you're talking about Somali Afar fighting ongoing for several days, but this is not the first time. This border dispute is not linked to Ethiopia Somaliland MOU. Since 20, I think 14, these clashes have been ongoing off and on, off and on. After every few months, we see these clashes. Somalis are trying to take back Adaite and other towns, clashes, casualties on both sides. Somalis are accusing ENDF of supporting Afars. Afar is accusing Djibouti of supporting Somalis. I don't think that these clashes are linked to Somaliland, Ethiopia MOU. Now, secondly, viewers, Fano fighters have kidnapped a priest, an Orthodox priest. Why was, by the way, Fano groups wouldn't be happy with the statement issued by the church today. Orthodox Church of Ethiopia, after a long meeting of the synod, issued a statement today. Sarah did a video on that, detailed video. Orthodox Church of Ethiopia showed interest in joining national dialogue. The national dialogue being rejected by all the political parties, major parties, by armed groups, Ola, Fano, etc. Church wants to be part of the national dialogue, not obviously going to be welcomed by Fano groups. Fano groups believe that church should support them because they believe that that Orthodox people are in danger and Orthodox faith is in danger, and Fano's struggle is not just for Amhara people, but it's for the protection of Orthodox faith as well. So they expect Orthodox bishops, archbishops to support them. But the church ready to be part of national dialogue, though it's a very difficult question. Should church be included in national dialogue? Because if church is invited, obviously other religious institutions will have to be invited as well. I mean, Islamic Affairs Supreme Council, Evangelicals, Prosperity Gospel, all Wakifanas, all will have to be invited. So it's a difficult decision for the commission. Let's see what happens. And church today distanced itself from Abune Locus, who called for assassination of Pimavi a few months ago. So church took a reconciliatory tone towards the government today. Fano isn't going to like what church said today. A few months ago, PMRB invited Orthodox church leaders and government representatives, people representatives from different parts of the country. From Amhara region, Amhara representatives held a meeting with PMRB from Oromia to from Tigray as well. The people attended the meetings. He had separate session with people of representatives from Tigray, Amhara, Oromia, etc. There, when Amhara representatives came and they talked to PMRB, a priest was also part of the delegation. And that priest, if you remember, sang in the praise of Ethiopian PM Abiy, and he recited a religious song in the honor of Ethiopian PM Abiy, calling him King Abiy. And the priests were criticized that he shouldn't be elevating the prime minister to the level of a holy figure. But he sang in the presence of other people, and some felt very embarrassed when the priest was singing in the honor of Ethiopian Abiy at that meeting. Fano fighters have kidnapped that priest. He is in the custody of Fano fighters. So should they remember that this is the one, the priest who was all praise for the Prime Minister of Ethiopia. The priest is from Farta. I think Farta is in Gondar. And Fano groups kidnapped him, abducted him, and now the priest will definitely change his statement. He would say that he was forced, he was under pressure. That is why he had to sing in the honor of the Prime Minister of Ethiopia. That is what he's saying reportedly. And he's saying that before the delegation went to Addis Ababa for talks with Prime Minister of Ethiopia, he was called by the Amhara regional government and he was told that he must sing there at the meeting to praise Prime Minister, otherwise he'll face consequences. That is why he sang there, because he was under duress, he was forced to do that. So the priest is going to apologize now. Definitely, he's in the custody of Fano. Fano say he's in the safe hands. He's in safe hands, and he'll be released. And he might issue a statement of apology. That's like we saw a statement of apology from Debre Birhan University chairman, who was kidnapped by Fano fighters a few days ago. He was accused of stopping Amharic classes. Then he issued a statement. He apologized. He was released. Same would happen to this Orthodox priest as well. It's amusing. It's a very amusing development for me. I mean, Fano groups are so worried about the song sang by the priest that they just kidnapped him, and they want him to apologize. Yemasgan, how are you, Yemasgan? Yeah, Extreme Ethiopia is the one who sang in front of Ethiopian PM Abiy at the meeting with PM Abiy and Amhara region representatives, a meeting held a few months ago. I did a video, I remember. Yeah, you are busier than Fano, Yemaskan. Adib says, we all know Somaliland is order independent country compared to failed Somalia. Waterfall says Somaliland is a prank like Romania Republic. Because 20 minutes have passed, I think we should end this live chat session because signal is very poor. Internet could be cut off anytime. I am using spare supply to stay in touch with you. So we'll resume our live chats tomorrow, long live chats. I am trying to be in touch with you. It was difficult in the last 36 hours to make videos, to keep myself updated, to keep you updated, but I managed somehow. Hopefully, tomorrow things will improve. If I am not able to make videos, it means that something is wrong in terms of power supply, in terms of telecom services. I'll try my best to stay in touch. Thank you for watching. Stay blessed. Bye bye. Bo says, need your contacts. You can reach me through email. My Gmail given in description section of this live chat, description section of videos too. SAJID 67200 gmail.com. SAJID Sajid 67200 gmail.com. Thanks for watching. Back tomorrow. Stay blessed. Bye bye.